What's the mindset coming in this week? Obviously, did you learn anything from the Arizona game from a team standpoint going into a game you're supposed to win against a opponent that's struggling?
Uh, yes and no. I mean, obviously, this team did. Me personally, understood what the NFL is about. Understand that each team is full of professional athletes. They get paid and care a lot about this game and going to prepare each and every week. And at the end of the day, it's all about matchups, and each week is different. That's what makes this league better than any other, in my opinion. And so, yes and no to answer that. But right now, it's about focusing on us. I mean, obviously, that was early in the season with Game 3, I guess. And so, right now, we know who we are. It's about continuing to build on that, building some of the success that we've had, both sides of the ball, playing complementary football, and really just, as I've said over and over, trying to put our best version of ourselves out there each week and just getting ready to peak when it's need to be done.
Is there emphasis of trying to, obviously you've been so good at home, is there emphasis trying to carry some of whatever y'all, that mojo have at home to have play the same way on the road?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, you want to, obviously we've been really, really good at home, and you want to take anything of that we can, but at the end of the day, it goes to our preparation, the way that we're preparing for the week, and guys have done a great job this far. Got a great schedule by Mike, and guys coming in engaged, excited, loving their job. You can tell it's all over guys' face. It's in the way that they practice, and just continuing, as I say, trying to build. And we understand that this is an NFL game with great opponents on the other side, and so they've got all of our respect, and it's about us going out there and just being the best that we can be.
Are there specific things that you can do to make it feel like you're at home when you're on the road in terms of carrying that over? What are some things you do to maintain consistency when on the road?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, honestly, I'm the same process all the way through, home or away. I mean, I guess the only difference in my process is really where I'm laying my head, to be honest with you. So, to that standpoint, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe, going in the crowd, going on the road like this, understanding where this team is, maybe it won't be, crazy loud, that we can use some cadence. But other than that, I can't answer that.
Dak, how do
Get that man some water.
Dak, how do you
Get some water out of that, man, that weight room.
He hadn't been in the weight room in a long. I'm not strong enough to pull open the door.
Dak, how do you show or manifest your trust in your teammates? Is it verbal? Is it just going back to them after a drop? Is it on the sideline in the huddle? How do you show that trust?
A little bit of both. I mean, it comes from the work that we put in, the work that we're going to put in together. That's where the communication starts. And then therefore it just moves to the field. And as you said, just going to them in different times of the game. And then even after that, coming up and giving, feedback on, that whether that was something that we worked on, whether that's something that maybe we haven't come up with, how we're going to deal with it the next time, good or bad. And just really, at the end of the day, it's communicating and making sure these guys understand the work that I'm putting in and the work that we expect them to put in, and just what we're doing together, how it just helps the team win. And from there, when trust is created throughout this building, it's a tough team to beat.
And Jalen talked about him struggling last year and how you were with him throughout the whole offseason. Is it different? Do you treat it differently when a player is struggling to make it more of a point to show that you do trust him and things like that?
I mean, obviously you go and talk to him, saying, tell him to keep, to stay at it, you know what I mean? Keep chopping wood, keep trying to get better, keep learning the playbook, understanding a lot of times for young players it's just really, the mind hadn't really caught up with the body and what they're wanting to do. So that's why I say the chopping wood, stay at it, understand that it'll come, don't get down on yourself. I'm not going to get down on you, understanding you're drafted where you were. There's a lot of expectations and a lot of people believe in you. Just, stay consistent to that and things will pay out. And I think what he's doing is reaping a lot of that from last year of just simply staying consistent and trying to work at it. And maybe it didn't, as I said, click as quick as he had wanted to going back to last year, but it definitely has now, and he's become a big-time player for us.
Dak, the psychological work that you guys did in Atlanta, the mental work, how much can you tangibly feel that's having an effect on you guys every day in the huddle, at practice, et cetera?
Yeah, you're saying the work out in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes back into that trust. It's just about communicating with one another, making sure that we understand where we are, where we want to be, what we've done, and it's a never-ending cycle of communication, really, at the end of the day. And so good, bad, and everything in between, you've got to make sure that you know what I'm saying, you're going back to it, you're talking it out, and then you get a resolution over it, you get a solution from it, whatever it may be, and then from there we're just going to only continue to build. I mean, this locker room, I think, is the strength of this team, and that goes hand in hand with the culture, with us trusting one another, and all we can do is really get better as long as we communicate, as long as we talk and communicate.
Jerry said after the game the other day, you've never played better than you are right now. What changes that you made during the bye week offensively do you like the most? Like the motion, the shotgun, the more vertical routes? What are the things that appeal to you most?
I mean, I really think it's just all coming together. Honestly, going back to the spring and everything that we've wanted to do coming into this season, having the first few games to really try. Now I want to say try some things, but figure out, I guess you can say, who we are. And I just think after the tough loss out there and then getting back together on that Monday night and then going in the bye week, we had a great sample size of this is what we're doing well. These are the things that we need to build off of. And obviously I love the motions. Love being, I won't necessarily say in the shotgun, but the ball in my hands, being able to spread it out, being able to throw it to guys, get it to these guys in space, allow them to go make players miss, it's been fun, honestly. I mean, obviously I've talked about it before. My feet just being in sync with the reads and the guys understanding the footwork, and so everything's just really coming together.
Who are you? You said we are. Who are you as an offense? What is identity now? We established that. Or is that you?
That's for y'all to figure out, man. You know what I mean? I can't give y'all everything. Y'all are good at y'all's jobs. You go tell me.
Brian Schottenheimer said your decision-making is what's impressed him most out of the way you've played over these last 4 games. What do you think, for you, helps you be a good decision-maker on Sundays?
The preparation. That's for sure where it starts. And honestly, Schottenheimer gets a lot of credit for it. Mike, Scott, all those guys, just really us being on the same page and communicating throughout the week of what we're looking for in particular, particular plays, what we're getting through, what we're going to, what we believe how this defense is going to play us week in and week out. Those guys have done a hell of a job of getting me prepared and making me feel good with the plan that we have. And then for those last couple of days, it's, you know what I mean, it's just last little bit of film study, going over my plan, having a plan in my head for each and every play, and just going back to the preparation and just playing free because I feel prepared, honestly.
What does the motion do for you guys?
Growth with Ferguson between his rookie year and this year?
Confidence. I mean, Ferg actually walked into this locker room as a confident rookie and wanted to play and wanted to help this team however he could. But that was a word last year written lowercase, and right now it's capital, bold, italicized, in quotes when you're talking about Ferg. And that's just the way that he's carried himself, his mentality all the way from the offseason to now. And then you can tell just through his game and each game that he goes out there and does what he's been doing these last few weeks, it's only going to get that much bigger. And when he plays confident like that, whether it's in the pass game, whether it's blocking, all good teams, you know what I mean, have a great tight end, and that's what he can be for this one.
Why do you like your guys in motion? What does that do for you?
One more time?
Why do you like guys in motion? You said I love the motion.
Yeah, I mean, just stretches the defense at the end of the day. We're running things that we're really good at, just finding different ways to dressing them up, and from there, we're putting stress on those guys, whether it be the slower motion, whether it be the fast motion, breaking in and out of formations, getting to other formations, making those guys communicate quick on the fly, and I think that just puts us at an advantage.
CD talked about how at different points in his 4-year career that you've been hot at times, he's been hot at times, but you haven't been able to be on the field together for a sustained amount of time when you're both hot. Is this kind of the best stretch of your career in terms of when he's been here, being together in the zone, I guess you could say?
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, he hit it. I mean, I guess he can speak on 2020 when he got going near the end of the year. Obviously, I was out. 21, we were kind of, had some times if we're up and down. Obviously, had Amari Cooper with us, and so it was just an MG, right? So it's just a different variables, I guess, you can throw into that. And then you go to the next year, right? Me missing 5 games or so. Blessed, just trying to obviously stay healthy, stay on the field, but just when you got a guy like that, he makes our job easier, and the more the trust, the more we're talking, working together, getting reps at practice, carries over into the game, the trust goes up, you're going to see the production continue to go up.
Dak, what do you make of what Tyron's been able to do the last 2 games without practicing, essentially?
Yeah, I mean, the guy's a Hall of Famer. We all know that. True veteran. And make sure he's there on Sunday at the end of the day. Let's not stress his body more. Obviously, he's dealt with some injuries and some things in the past. So, honestly, credit him, credit the coaches, credit the training staff, weight room staff, those guys coming up with a great plan for him, to obviously be in shape, stay in shape, maybe even better shape at times than he would if he was getting reps. And, and then still for him feeling confident to go in each and every game and play the way he has speaks volumes of who he is, the way he prepares for games, and then just his talent, obviously, when he gets on the field and you just watch him dominate guys.
Is it separate for him and where he is in his career, or do you think, like, you're getting into an evolution of NFL where it's like maybe you don't need to kill each other Wednesday, Thursday, Friday during the week?
No, I think I think it's specific. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's just for him. I think as you get older in your career and you've played a lot of games, experience is the best teacher there is. So when you have that to learn from, when you have that to go back and say good or bad, and really just be able to get your body right for that next game without getting hurt, it's just very specific. I mean, I'm a reps guy. I like reps, whether they're full speed or not. I like high reps. I like looking. I like seeing it. I like feeling the ball come out of my hand. So I think it's just individualized. I mean, obviously it's working for him. It's working great. I'm sure some other guys would say, hey, it works for me, and it may not. And then, it's not something I'd say the whole league needs to follow, but we're going to follow it for him.
The way you in the offensive play right now, is this who y'all are, or are you in the zone? Is there a difference?
It's a good question. I think it's who we are, and I think that's what makes it we're in the zone. When you're really feeling like yourself, I feel like as anybody individually, you get your hair cut, you put on your outfit, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be in the zone because you feel confident, and this is who, you know what I'm saying, you like that when you look in the mirror, when you talk to other people, that's how you know what I'm saying, you feel. And so for us, that's what it's been. And obviously even in a loss last week, you know what I mean, there was success, and, we weren't going to get down on ourselves just because she said no. We're going to get right back at it and go fishing again.